All right, we're talking about angle similarity. So, in order for two triangles to be similar, it's kind of like when we talked about congruent. Remember, things that are similar are the same shape but different size. So the first type of similarity is angle. In order for them to have angle similarity, they must have two angles that have the same degree, okay? So a lot of times in angle similarity, what will happen is they'll only give you one angle that has the measures. They'll only give you one angle degree, and you'll have to find the other, or they'll give you two angle degrees, and you'll have to find the other. So that's how this one is. So here we go. So the first one, we have two triangles, and the first one, it's a right angle, and one of the angles is 51, and the other one, we have a right angle, one of the angles is 39. Now, in order for two triangles to be similar, they have to have two angles that are congruent. Now, we have one angle of each of these that are congruent, but we only have two angles in each triangle. So let's find the third angle in this triangle in order to figure out if it's congruent. So what we're going to do is subtract 180 from 90 and 39. And when we do that, we get 51. And if we do 180 minus 51 and 39, we see that we have an angle congruent here and an angle congruent here. So these two triangles are similar by angle. So we can say triangle ABC is similar to triangle MLN. And you remember, when we name, we have to go in order. So I did ABC and then MLN. All right, so if I look at this one, I need to get two angles that are congruent. So I already have one angles that are congruent, so I need to make sure that another set of angles are congruent. So this first triangle, I'm going to do 180 minus 21 minus 93. And that gives me 66. And then this other triangle, I'm going to do 180 minus 21 minus 64. And that gives me 95, okay? So I do not have two angles that are the same, so therefore these are not similar. Okay, the next one. I have no degrees, but if I look, they are sharing this angle, so those are congruent. And then I have parallel lines. I have parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. Let me use a different color. And if you look, I make an H. And if I make an H, that means that these are corresponding angles. So I have another set of angles that are congruent. So these two triangles are similar. So I can say triangle ABD is similar to triangle ACE. Now that was a hard one, okay? All right, I have two triangles here. I'm going to draw the two different triangles. Triangle 1 is this one, WXZ, and has the 66. Let's go ahead and find the missing angle. So 180 minus 66 minus 90, and that gives me 24. And then my other triangle is XYZ, and do 180 minus 90 minus 24. That gives me 66. If I look, I have two angles that are congruent to each other. So when I have two angles that are congruent to each other, then that means the triangles are similar. So I can say triangle WXZ is similar to, and I started at the 66, so I have to say triangle Z, then X, then Y. All right, that's it.